Welcome back to Bulldog Athletics here on this rainy Tuesday afternoon. Today, the Bulldogs open up play in the IAC with a matchup against last year's runner-ups, St. Albans. The Bulldogs come into this matchup 1-2-2, struggling to pull wins out of their close early season matchups. On the other hand, St. Albans is not quite having the same struggles that Bullis is, entering this match 3-1-1 while scoring 13 goals and only allowing 3 in that span. On the bright side for Bullis, their start to the season won't affect their IAC record, giving them a fresh start towards this season. I'm Adam Ikazoglu, here with Sam Epstein, who will give his keys to the game today.
Thank you, Adam. I have two significant keys to the game today, with the first being Bullis' defense. It held extremely strong against the Jackson Reed Tigers last week in the first half, where the Tigers went scoreless. Unfortunately, in the second half, Jackson Reed was able to score 3, leading to a tie between the Bullis Bulldogs and Jackson Reed Tigers. Now, the second key is going to be mentality. Can Bullis lock in for their first IAC match of the year?
You know, that's a great point, Sam. The Bulldogs have been able to do that. They have locked in for their first IAC matchup of the year in the past 2 years, pulling a win and a tie in the last 2 times. As the Bulldogs are now huddled up, and Sam, one thing that we do have to mention, it is sprinkling lightly here at Klein Alumni Stadium. Definitely going to affect, and Sam, a few things that could happen. The pitch is going to be slippery, right? You know, the goalkeepers, the ball's going to slip off of their gloves. The ball's going to move faster. Everything's going to change here. So with a rainy game here, you never know what's going to happen. And it looks like the teams are breaking the huddle, and it will be St. Albans to start us off. The Bulldogs of St. Albans versus the Bulldogs of Bullis. So we'll make sure to distinct which one is which. As now we're off here at Klein Alumni Stadium under this rainy cloud cover here, as that ball's booted away by Albans, and a good start for the Bulldogs as they're going to retain possession. Sam, as we look at the starting lineup here, it looks like we have James Byrne up at cam, central attacking mid. And we have Miles Haynes up at striker, which we noticed him start at the game last week. It looks like it looks like Cameron Mallory, you know, their normal striker, will not be starting up there, just as we did last time. One more change we have noticed, Quinn Anzalone starting on the right wing for the Bulldogs today. Anything, you know, you've noticed from their formation so far? Any changes?
Well, I saw immediate attack from Miles Haynes, and I'm glad you mentioned Quinn Anzalone. You know, unfortunately wasn't there for the game last week, but he's a great player for this Bulls soccer team. He's been on this varsity team. This is his 3rd year now, and so Quinn Anzalone should be a great addition for this Bulls soccer team if they really want to get this win against St. Albans.
And there's a great flick there by McFeely. Byrne tries to get it up towards Anzalone, who's on the chase. A little bit of a mistouch there. That could be a factor of the rain right there. Again, this rain will change. It looks like it has now come to a stop, but it was coming down earlier and misting during warm-ups. Still a little bit of a mist right now, I'm pretty sure. So there will be some effect on this game, as McFeely with a great interception there, looking to get it up to Haynes, not able to do so. St. Albans back in possession here. They're going to play that one up, cleared away by Ratner. McFeely flicks it on. But St. Albans able to retain possession here. Again, they looked great last year, Sam, with 8 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie in IAC play. Ended up losing in the finals to Landon, but, you know, with how good they were last year, we expect similar this year, as the Bulldogs' lone IAC matchup against them, barring the playoffs, will be today, and they're going to get a chance to set the tone here. Last season, didn't do so well, only, you know, got bounced out in the second round of the playoffs. They're looking to, you know, make a statement, show that they are for real this year.
And Adam, not to mention, we talked about, you know, Quinn Anzalone not being here. Ari Jolly wasn't here last week as well, as he was out of town, and now he is back. You know, he's a key, element to this defense, and he helps out Robbie Renger, the goalkeeper, a lot.
That's 100% true. We saw Evan Price having to fill in at center back for Jolly when he was out last week. Now he's able to get back to his natural position at, you know, fullback. So again, that's huge for the Bulldogs. They're able to get their players back in their own positions. And, you know, Ari Jolly will do a good job. That one's whipped and cleared away by Rengert. Well done as he screams away at his team. But there's danger is still there. But Rengert does safely claim. Well done there by Ravi Rengert. Sees plenty of options. Opts to roll to Ratner. Back to Rengert here. Bulldogs like playing out of the back, but it looks like, Sam, St. Albans not pressing today. We have seen the Bulldogs face 2 high presses this season. Looks like it's not going to be one from Albans. They're going to sit back, absorb the pressure, and, you know, look to counterattack, which is interesting considering you would assume they would be the favorites here. But not a high press. That's a good sign for the Bulldogs, who have had trouble playing out of the back this season.
That's a great point, and to note that Bullis does like their own high press. So, just two opposite styles of play here. Let's see how it turns out.
Haynes applying pressure here on the St. Albans defense. As you mentioned, here is the high press for the Bulldogs. We'll see if Albans is able to break it. There's a good ball over the top. Cleared away by Hammerschmidt. And a great touch there, as the St. Albans Bulldogs doing some nice passing around here. Still in possession here. St. Albans with some good passing. Cleared away there. Looks like that was Jack Tyrer. Big play by him. Tino stopped that momentum. They really, looked like that was 10 passes or so in a row without missing. It's a good job by Tyrer to disrupt the flow. And it looks like Will Simpson will be starting at left back today. It looks like he's actually at left wing, not a normal attacker, with Price now moving back to left back. And, with Will Simpson on the left wing, it'll be an interesting experiment to see how he will do. And this ball's being played along the back. Jolly to his fellow center back, Ratner. Played over to Jolly. Jolly over back towards Rengert. And Sam, why don't you explain the Bulldogs formation here today?
So the Bulldogs are in a 4-2-3-1 formation with one striker and four defenders, and I think they were expecting this Albans team to come out strong here and pressing, which we've seen.
Oh, that's a missed touch there by Tyrer. Sorry to interrupt you here. A one-on-one break here for St. Albans early in the game. Rengert makes the save. Looks like ref had his flag up. Maybe an offside, maybe a foul. Looks like ref points to the spot. And this might be a free kick for St. Albans, an early threat here. I'm not sure what the ref saw. Linesman coming up to talk to the ref. And that's a big mistake here from the Bulldogs. And an early chance for St. Albans.
All good there, Adam, for interrupting me. So yeah, Bullis is in a 4-2-3-1, one striker. We do see them press a lot. So that striker, that one can turn into two at any time, 2 to 3. I believe it is James Byrne as the primary striker.
It looks like Byrne is at attacking mid, and we have Haynes at striker. Now it's St. Albans here. The free kick looks like it's going to be Tom Brady to take. Brady puts it up off the wall. Good deflection there by the Bulldogs defense. Tom Brady here at Klein Alumni Stadium. Not quite the one we expected, but
we've seen names like Pork Chop in the football game.
That was a legendary one.
We've seen now Tom Brady, the star.
We'll see if Tom Brady can, net one today. But with Rengert and net, it's going to be tough. You got to think he gets lots of comments on that one,
Yeah. You have to think, throughout school, some friendly jokes being made about the name.
And here is Albans. Play getting towards the middle. Flicked on right past Rengert. And there is no marking here from the Bulldogs on corners. We have noticed that all season long as McFeely boots that one away in disgust. A beautiful ball in from Albans, but there's 6 Bullis defenders in the area, and the one Albans player is able to get the flick on. And if you're Rengert, you have to be disappointed with your defense. I mean, no marking right there, Sam.
Yeah, Rengert visually displeased there. And, that's just, it's an early one that you cannot lose to, an IAC competitor like St. Albans.
Going down 1-0 this early to, again, a fellow IAC competitor, that's really a gut punch for the Bulldogs, as it wasn't even that great of a goal. I mean, it was good execution, but, with the Bulldogs having 6 defenders back in there, they have to do better. They're going to have to respond quickly, because playing from behind is not this Bulldog team's strength. They like playing from ahead. As Ratner boots that one, great ball there up to Haynes. Cleared away. As that ball falls towards Hammerschmidt, the senior, who plays it up to Byrne. Byrne has plenty of options, opts the plate back to Tyrer. Tyrer on the wing to Price. Well done by Price to keep that one in, as he plays it up to Simpson. Simpson is not natural position, but he's in there at left wing today. That ball's booted away from St. Albans.
As you mentioned, Adam, Simpson out of position there. He's not the most technical, soccer player, I would call him, but a great, just athlete, running after the ball, getting stops, using, his great mind. to help his team on the field.
Yeah, well, Sam, we did see him last game, as he did play left back, come up all the way from his position and, absolutely strike one, almost falling into the top left corner, just over. So, he does have that finishing ability, which we need in that attack at the moment, struggling to score goals this year. Hammerschmidt, under pressure, able to get it back to Rengert. Rengert, plenty of time here. Options to his left and right, opts the play to Jolly. Jolly has Tyrer, who's checking low. Jolly opts not to play it. Back to his safety valve, Rengert. Rengert over to Ratner. Bulldogs in relatively, good control of possession right here. But again, down 1-0. Not where you want to be.
And down 1-0, I think the Bulldogs are looking to create here. Robbie Rengert holding the ball just so he can get his team up and focused more.
Yes, Tyrer overrun there in the midfield. That ball's played wide here. It looks like it's Bates. Chris Bates on the wing, cuts in on Hammerschmidt. Still going, cleared away by Tyrer. Good move there by Bates, but better from Tyrer. Byrne, the senior, telling his team to calm down, relax. Only down 1 at the moment. They're going to have to respond as that ball's misplayed. Looks like it's Brady on the ball. Patrick Brady, not Tom. Looks like a set of brothers out there. Here's the left back. Looks like it's Shell. As that ball's played in towards the middle, cleared away by Hammerschmidt. Now it's Anzalone on the ball. Number 30 out there. Here's Tyrer. Slowing down the counterattack. Looks like the Bulldogs going to look to remain in possession. And from the looks of it, Coach Ned looking for his team to play possession. But, with these, attack players, at the moment not in. Price, normal left winger. He's playing left back. Mallory not even on the field. I mean, they're going to have to play some counterattacking soccer because it's going to be tough to break through this Albans defense as that ball's played out of bounds for a Bulldog throw-in. Sam, if you are the Bulldogs and you're looking for a goal scorer, who do you go to? Who have been the Bulldogs' best goal-scoring threats this year?
After last week, it's just James Byrne. He has, 5 goals this year, 1 being a penalty. Evan Price, also, a great goal scorer for the Bulldogs, but again, out of position here for him to, possibly, I think, score a goal. I talked to him earlier today, and he said, he's going for the goal. They're going for the win today. But, I mean, as this game's gone on so far, it's only been 10 minutes. It just doesn't look like it's going to happen for Price. They're going to need Byrne out there today.
100%. Byrne, a huge threat. Now he is right on cue. James Byrne dribbling through one. He puts a beautiful ball in. Looks like he was looking for Simpson, but they're not on the same page as Simpson did not make the run as that ball falls right towards the goalkeeper. Looks like it's Eastright in goal. They do have 2 keepers on their roster, one being the senior Will Pershkow, but it looks like they're opting to play William Eastright tonight. As here's Eastright in possession.
Eastright, the sophomore. So they must have a great, trust and faith in him to be starting over the senior.
Could possibly, senior, a little bit of an injury he's picking up. You never know. Maybe St. Albans not taking this game as serious, trying to get some experience out there. But in an IC matchup, you'd be shocked if they didn't play their strongest lineup. So that ball's played out wide. A little bit of a threat here on the counter. Good ball through. Hammerschmidt clears. And as you can see, Bulldogs only with 1 player up, being Haynes here. So that's a high kick, and it will go the Bulldogs' way. A chance for the Bulldogs to, take some time, get back in possession, and get up the field. Much needed break.
The Bulldogs are going to have this, Evan Price taking it past midfield, and with their high press, they now have what it looks to be like 4 strikers, even though they only play the 1. So a great opportunity for the Bulldogs here.
Yeah, and the advantage of the 4-2-3-1 is you have those 2 defensive infielders and 4 defenders. So all of those attackers, the left mid, the right mid, the center attacking mid, and the striker can all go up, and you still have 6 defenders back. The weakness, however, is you can really only have 4 attackers up at a time unless you want one of those center defensive mids to commit. As it looks like McFeely is, committing somewhat towards an offensive role. Tyrer's still playing back defensively. As that ball's played up, Jolly doing well to intercept. Jolly still in possession, plays it out wide to Simpson. Simpson back to Price. Over towards Ratner. Bulldogs, again, have not looked bad so far. Just that one, poor marking on corners And, it's not new for this Bulldog team. When we went to a preseason game to watch them play, see how this team would go, and even in the games we have covered at home this year, they have been poor on corners, conceding, I'm pretty sure, 3 on the year from corners. Not good at all. They're going to have to tighten that up in practice tomorrow. Good ball there into McFeely. McFeely intercepted there. Good job by Romhill.
Not sure.
Excuse me, that was Nelson in the midfield.
Not sure about the entire year.
There it is, the burn. Burn flicks it over. Still in possession. Burn taking on one. Nice little turn right there. Plays it in towards a dangerous area. Well done by Burn to give the Bulldogs an opportunity here early. Here comes Price all the way from his left back position. He's on the wrong side of the field here. It looks like Simpson will come back and cover for him. Heads up play there. As here is Albans driving towards the midfield. And there is Simpson covering at left back, doing well. Right there as Jolly clears it away. There's a nice turn to get by Jolly. Jolly out of position. Price covering at center back, however. So that ball goes out for a corner. And again, Bulldogs going to need to be careful here. Conceded on their lone corner they've given up. And if you're Ravi Rangert, you need to be talking to your team. And, I have heard from some of the players on the team, they don't do a man marking system. They do a zonal marking system. Each of them have a zone in the box. But the disadvantage to that is they're not on one player. Any player, one busted zone coverage, and they have a wide open header. So they're going to have to be careful, or else they're going to be down 2-0 in the blink of an eye here. As that ball's played in towards the middle. Poor ball right there, as it's going to go out for a goal kick. Bulldogs with a nice break.
Adam, as you were saying earlier, I'm not sure about on the year, but they did concede, a corner kick today. They did concede one, last week. That is Albans' 3rd corner of the day. And, if you're saying Albans, you're looking to capitalize on that right there. Unfortunate miss there, but, I'm sure they are going to be excited with any opportunity to kick a corner in, especially with Bullis' zone. As you mentioned, it's a lot easier to rupture.
And, zonal marking usually used when you have the size disadvantage. If you're going man marking, it's obvious to see which player will have the advantage in height. But with zonal marking, again, you're not watching all of the players. You're only looking at a certain space, so someone could creep up behind you. There's a great ball there by Ratner into Byrne. Byrne looking to get possession. Looks like he goes down. Ref sees nothing there as it goes out for a St. Albans throw-in. Byrne still down on the field. It's not a good sign. Looks like he's slowly getting up. Ref blows his whistle, goes over to talk to Byrne. Looks like he's giving a talking to there. Saying the Bulldogs must make a substitution. This is very interesting.
So it looks like Samuel Romero is warming up. And
yeah, Romero started last game in the absence of Jolly. But, you got to think Byrne's going to be out there right back in. Yeah, he's going to be subbed right back in.
Takes probably less than minutes.
Interesting decision by the referee, forcing him off. So that ball's played in towards the middle. Plenty of space here for the St. Albans defense as they play it out wide. Out towards across midfield into Bulldog territory. Here is Albans. That's a good ball in behind. Radner going to have to do well here. He does as he clears that one out. And, Bulldogs under heavy pressure here.
And here comes
and right on cue, there's James Byrne.
Seconds.
Samuel Romero getting those minutes in. We'll see him substituted in later.
Played last game, so we know, he's a great player, and the coach has trust in him when players go down and players need substitutions. But as right now, with no tiredness, Samuel Romero will be staying on the bench.
So that ball dangerous in towards the middle. Cleared away. McFeely's got space. Looks like he opts to turn it backwards. Bulldogs, one issue I have seen, not looking forwards. They're only looking backwards there. And again, McFeely turns around. He's being pressured here. It looks like on the pressure is Charlie Irwin. Irwin, the senior. And here is Nelson out wide. Dangerous chance here. Cleared out back towards Irwin. Irwin pushing towards the middle from the wing. Good clearance away, and it will be fouled. And another dangerous free kick here for St. Albans. Rengert's going to have to set his wall here because this one's going to be a dangerous one. Looks like this one's only going to be from about, really only looks 24 yards or so.
Adam, surprised that that one was called for.
Yeah, it was a light push.
There was some more, contact earlier, like seconds before the play. I'm surprised that that wasn't called, I believe.
And it looks like Irwin behind the free kick, as well as Max Nelson. Looks like Nelson runs over it. Here is Irwin bending it around the wall, cleared away by Rengert. Great save on the free kick, and not only able to, make the save there, but pops it up right back to himself, and the Bulldogs now have possession. Well done there by the junior, Ravi Rengert.
And Adam, you mentioned earlier, the reason I believe Rengert popped that up, especially today, it is wet out. It's drizzling. I believe the drizzling is still continuing outside our booth right now.
Yes,
it
is.
So it makes it harder to grab. You don't want to be the one to snatch it and go right through your gloves. Ravi Rengert with a great play there.
Yeah, and you really, hit it up right on the nail. This rain is impacting this game so far. Haven't seen players slipping, but we could see that very soon on this wet turf.
It's only a light drizzle, but still, like you said, affecting this game. I wouldn't be surprised if some slips came later when players are more tired, but it's harder to put a great strike on the ball like we saw some players do last week in last week's game.
Yeah, but what counteracts that is, you don't have to put a great strike in. There's a mistake by Ratner, but as I was saying, you don't have to put a great strike in. You just have to put it on the goalkeeper, and, with those slippery gloves they're going to be having, it could end up slipping through. Ezra looks like Anselm with great pressure there, but an unfortunate call for the Bulldogs that goes against them. And it looks like Albans will retain possession. You'd have to say the ref's slightly been on the side of St. Albans here, but
so far,
not anything, grave so far. No penalties called.
Well, McFeely had a great ball up, and, Anselm was just running and sprinting to get there, which he did, but unfortunately, I think, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Albans player slipped a little there, and it just pushed him off.
And here's a wide open midfield for St. Albans. Beautifully done by Hammerschmidt, but you got to wonder, where's Tyron McFeely there? He just walked through that midfield. Anselm on the ball. Hammerschmidt plays it up towards Haynes. Cleared away by St. Albans. I keep wanting to say the Bulldogs, but, it gets confusing with the battle of the Bulldogs here at Klein Alumni. Two teams with the same mascot. You don't see that very often. As we're now just around, under 20 minutes to play here. Bulldogs down 1-0 and another dangerous possession. Here's Chris Bates on the wing, cleared away by Hammerschmidt for another corner and a dangerous opportunity here for St. Albans. Their fourth of the game. Sam, what do you want to see from the Bulldogs here on this corner kick?
Well, we've talked about the zone, Adam, already, and, the Bulldogs, they just need to, make sure they play this to the best of their ability. The Bullis Bulldogs coaching has been great in the recent years with the change of coaching to Coach Ned now, and you have to hope here that with the first quarter already coming halfway done, they need to stop this ball.
Yep, 100%. And it looks like we did have a substitution there. Looks like Quinn Anselm subbed off for Anthony Kane, who's going to play that right wing position. As that's played in towards the net, cleared away. Looks like that was bending towards the goal. Haynes able to save them as he rushes down the field. Bullis looking to counterattack. Plenty of time here for Price. Plays it up to Byrne. Byrne, poor touch right there, gets by him, and he claps. He's not happy with himself. He had time there to turn, but, a tough one to make in this rain.
And we did see, James Byrne get subbed off earlier because he fell and was, slight contact. No call by the refs, but he does have a tissue in his nose. I believe the nose was slightly bloody, and so there was clearly some contact that the ref did not call there.
Yeah, that's actually a great spot. I didn't notice that. Byrne playing with a tissue in, bloody nose has to be caused by something, and it looks like, referee made another mistake there. As that ball is now out of play. Here for a Bulldog throw-in. And Sam, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it looks like Evan Price has moved all the way up from left back, and he's now playing right wing. Simpson moving back to left back, and it looks like that left wing, it will be Anthony Kane.
I think Kane moved all the way back. Simpson stayed at his position here, and in replace for Quinn Anselm.
Yeah, yep, nope, that is true. It looks like Anthony Kane is playing left back. Not his normal position, usually playing in that attack, but we'll see how he can do there at left back. He does have good speed. As a switch of fields here, Cleared away by Hammerschmidt, but still in danger here. Here is Nelson walking through the midfield. Nobody steps! Cleared away by Hammerschmidt, but not fully out of danger. Nelson crosses towards the net, cleared by Ratner. Nelson looked great today as he's now back on the ball. Irwin here. Irwin makes one miss. Beautiful ball in right there. Ratner has to do well, and he does. Beautifully done by Ratner as Chris Bates almost finds the back of the net there, making it 2-0. Ratner barely able to scrape that one away.
I mean, that was a great offense pressure from St. Albans there. They had the line to the goal, which was a great, even better defensive play from Ratner.
As here's Irwin in a dangerous position. Tyra able to clear, but again, right to the St. Albans Bulldogs. And there is Tyra again. And it looks like something's called. I'm not sure what that one was. We'll have to, take a look back at that one. But another dangerous free kick. I'm not sure what the referee's seeing here.
To be honest, Adam, don't know what the call could have possibly
You're
been.
usually good at spotting those,
no
but
contact.
I didn't see anything there.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, Rengert visibly mad. Second free kick. Third now for the St. Albans Bulldogs. And I wouldn't be shocked if Max Nelson went for it, but with the amount of players in the box, it's most likely a cross, and it will be a cross. Wide open! Rengert with a beautiful rushing save! Wow! Ravi Rengert rushes out. Looks like Tom Brady had a one-on-one chance there. Rengert doing beautifully as here's Brady back on the ball and cleared away, and they will evade the threat here. Ravi Rengert doing what he does best, getting big. And that one falls wide. Beautifully done there by Ravi Rengert.
And it looked like Ravi Rengert was hit there. He had to get right back up. He couldn't, absorb it or anything. He had to make sure the goal was protected. But, I mean, I'm not sure if Ravi, I think he took a hit right to the side of the leg.
Yeah, it looks like what happened there is terrible, again, marking there from the Bulldog defense on that corner. Nobody had Tom Brady right over the middle. And, again, I mean, as weird as that sounds, Tom Brady right over the middle. Wide open, and Rengert had to be the defender right there and puts in a beautiful slide tackle. A little bit of Brexit ball right there from Ravi Rengert. And here is Jolly.
Now Tyler back to Ratner.
Ratner over towards Price, not able to get it there, and here's a dangerous counterattack. Looks like a 4-on-3 right here. Bulldogs able to get back, evening the odds. And a beautiful ball in. Cleared away by Ratner. Well done by Hammerschmidt. Still in danger, however. Ratner, beautiful header there. Now it's Byrne on the ball, playing it up towards Simpson. Simpson with the man on his back does not notice, and he will lose possession as a result. Look, gains it right back. Beautifully done there. Ball still in contest in the middle.
This is the first couple of offensive, pressure we've seen from Bulldogs in a minute here. So far St. Albans has been controlling the ball, and when Bullis has been controlling, it's been on their own, half of the pitch.
And one thing I've noticed today is the presence of the, St. Albans Bulldogs captains here. You have Charlie Irwin playing left wing. Looks like he's actually in the midfield now, but he was playing winger earlier. He's looked great with a few chances. And then again, the center back, Jack Sable right there, their senior leader. He's, commanding this defense around. The Bulldogs have had almost no chances here. So, at the moment, they're looking almost, unscorable. Bulldogs getting nothing.
And we've seen, great goalkeeper play from Ravi Rengert. Unfortunately, the score is, 1-0 right now in the St. Albans' favor because of, terrible marking on a corner kick. But, the game could be tied if it wasn't for a clear mistake from the Bullis defensive, back line.
And there's a great ball there from Byrne over to Price. The two captains passing it towards each other. Price looking for McFeely on the darting run, not able to get it there. And here come St. Albans. And that ball's played up towards Nelson. Nelson contested there by Price, forced to give it away. Back towards Nelson. Nelson looked lively in the midfield today. As here is Connor Layden. Back towards the captain, Sable. Sable, plenty of space. A mistouch right there. Well done from Tyra to get it up towards Haynes, but able to be intercepted by Layden. The senior center back partnership is huge here, as the Bulldogs have a sophomore and junior at center backs, 2 seniors here for St. Albans. Big presence there on defense. Here's St. Albans towards the right corner flag, crossed in towards the middle, cleared away by Hammersmith, but not fully out, as that ball looks like it hit Irwin's hand. Nothing from the ref. Again, I'm still not sure what he's seeing out there. Still Irwin on the ball. Nelson, back to Irwin. Irwin, the captain, takes a strike towards net. Renger makes the save. He spills it, and that falls right towards. Looks like it's Gigi Espinoza. Makes it 2-0.
And again, 2 things to say here. It's wet. It's
going to slip out of the gloves, yeah.
Ball for Robbie Renger to save there. And not to mention, Adam, I saw a hand from the box.
We all saw a hand besides the referee.
And not to mention, I think simultaneously 4 Bullis players, maybe 4 or 5, 6 of them yelled hand. They all saw it at the same time. I'm very surprised there was no call there.
And again, the annoying thing about that one is, Renger was able to make the initial save, but because of the slipperiness, not able to hold on to it. That's a tough one at a fast pace. Again, you'd like to see him do a tiny bit better. However, it's really hard to save that one. And what makes it even more frustrating is the missed handball right before it. Unfortunate here for the Bulldogs, as they're now down 2-0 in their opening IAC match. Price towards Haynes. Bulldogs looking to sneak one back here. Not able to get it all the way to Simpson. Simpson looking to win it back, not able to. And it's Jack Tyrer. Beautifully done in the midfield there. Byrne, not able to win the ball. Trips up Nelson right there. Irwin plays it over. Back towards Irwin. To Nelson. Nelson looking to play it wide. Puts way too much weight on that ball, and that's going to fall out for a Bulldog goal kick. And Sam, now we're under 10 minutes to play here at Klein Alumni Stadium. I mean, you have to think the Bulldogs need a goal in these next 10 minutes.
I mean, it looked like they just had a great, offensive push, starting with Evan Price and, going to Miles Haynes there. Unfortunately, the cross, wasn't there, and they couldn't commit on the left side. But, I mean, you're right, Adam, with you would love to see it be 2-1 compared to 2-0 here, going to have see some life in this Bulls offense.
And again, Sam, correct me if I'm wrong, but have the Bulldogs had one big chance on offense today? Like, actual scoring opportunity?
I don't think so.
It's been bad.
I don't think so. It's been not the greatest looks. Like you said, the St. Albans cornerbacks, senior leaders, they've been playing great. And Bulldogs just have not have any great chances, great pressures.
Yeah, their center backs, looking really good out here today. And, another thing that's unfortunate here for the Bulldogs, you have to think you're not going to win by scoring 0 goals, but you're not going to win giving up 2 goals in each half. I mean, on pace to give up 4. Any chance of getting even a tie here.
And Price calling for the ball. Does not get it.
Oh, and that's poor from Ratner. A huge mistake here. In towards the middle. Renger has to make a save. Not able to, as that one's just tapped in towards the bottom corner. It's a second goal for Gigi Espinoza. And, Noah Ratner. Just a, terrible error right there. Misplays it. Price calling for the ball there. And just like that, it's 3-0 with 8 minutes to play. Not good here at Klein Alumni Stadium.
And the Bullis coach there, looking, very displeased there. He was yelling at his players. And again, just nothing you can do there. If you're Robbie, just they're not the best play from these Bulls defenders today. Yeah, and it's unfortunate that, that one goal he probably could have, the second goal he could have reeled in, but the other two, just nothing you can do. That defense, looked really shaky right now. And that ball falls past Jolly. Another error. What is going on here? As that ball's played in towards the middle. Jolly are looking to recover. Cross towards the middle. Out of play here by the... Looks like it did not touch off the Bulldogs yet. And here are... Looks like it's still St. Albans in possession. Cleared away to Haynes. Bulldogs just looking to get it out here. Not able to get it to Byrne, who would have been one-on-one. And it looks like St. Albans will be making some substitutions here.
Yeah, looking to get some fresh legs on the pitch here with 6 minutes to go in this half. Cleared away there by Ratner.
Something to note here, the Bullis Bulldogs did, draw.
They've looked sharp today.
They really have, and against the Tigers, they also had a great, defensive line, but Bullis was able to break through a couple times. And do you think today it's because of how players are afraid to take strikes, afraid to go for it, Adam?
Yeah, well, that is definitely one factor. I do think the Bulldogs have just been sloppy. As again, we're seeing Jolly. Again, finally the referee calling a foul here, but they've been sloppy. You have to admit, Rangert with that one small error there. Ratner with an error leading to the goal. Poor, whole team marking there on the first goal. So, in my opinion, it's not necessarily that the Bulldogs have been, dominated this whole game. It's just in moments that it matters, they have not executed. Been very, very sloppy. Not on their game right now. They're going to need to lock in at halftime. And if they concede a fourth, before then, you'd have to think this game's all but over. Gonna have to hold strong in these last 5 minutes before Coach Ned's able to, talk some sense into this team. St. Albans making a statement, coming to Bullis, leading 3-0 with, still 5 minutes to go in this first half, as they're looking to, win this IAC after coming up just short last year. And, this is not necessarily anything new for this St. Albans team, as they have scored 7 goals in one game, winning 7-0. They've scored 13 goals in their 5 games, so have scored a lot this season, as it looks like Gigi Espinoza takes a tumble there, but he's got 2 goals in the day. He's looked good. Clinical finishing by the net. Here's Kane. Over towards Jolly.
Adam, it looks like they're trying to create using, Ari Jolly, Noah Ratner, and, Ravi, who are, the left back and right back. Trying to create all the way back in your defensive line. How can you create there when your offense is all the way up front?
Yeah, no, it's tough for the 2 center backs here for the Bulldogs, Ariane Jolly and Noah Ratner. But, with the Bulldogs having their fullbacks all the way pushed up, they're the only 2 back. You have Hammerschmidt all the way pushed up, the right back. Kane pushed up, the left back. The Bulldogs really committing to offense, but, that leaves them vulnerable at the back. Because, if the Bulldogs lose possession here, as they just have, they have 2 players back. And we're seeing the consequences here. Jolly lets it fall to Ratner. Plays it out wide to Kane. And another missed touch there from the Bulldogs. Again, sloppiness, as I've said. And now with just around 3 minutes to go, the Bulldogs are going to have to hold on, they're going to have to hold on tight.
Substitution here being made by the Bulldogs. This one's going to be number, I believe, 20 down there, Cameron Mallory.
Yeah, and, I'm shocked we haven't seen Mallory yet. As that ball is cleared away by Mallory, who looks like he's playing right back. Still in a dangerous area. Now it's Shell. Plays it out wide to Gigi, looking for his hat trick. Crosses it in towards the middle. Unmarked once again. Rangert lucky goes over, but Parker Layden, the center back. Excuse me, Parker. Yeah, that looks like it was Parker Layden. The midfielder just wide open there.
And Adam, it looks like Mallory comes in there for, Jack Tyrer. Not too sure who moved to Tyrer's position, because Mallory did take.
It looks like Hammerschmidt moves in the midfield.
Hammerschmidt moves in the midfield.
And Sam, this is not 100% confirmed, but, we have heard some rumors going around that, maybe Mallory not showing up on time to practice, causing him not being able to start. And, that's a crucial loss for this Bulldog team, as he's most likely their best attacker, as St. Albans in once again, but just falls wide. But as I was saying, Mallory has, again, not been shown up to practice, and as a result, not starting. And when you have an attacker as good as that on the bench, it really limits your attacking upside.
And Adam, funny you mentioned that. I wasn't sure, today if he was, slightly injured, doing something with the trainer. But I did see the Bulldogs doing warm-ups, and Mallory, near the entrance to the stadium, looked like he was eating some goo or a granola bar. Like you said, just not with the team, not showing up on time, not getting those starting minutes.
Yep, and if you're Coach Ned, that's what you got to do. You got to say, if you're not going to show up on time, you're not going to start. But he's finally back in attack where he, does belong. He has been great when he has played. Last game, not so great, however. In the preseason, he was banging in goals left and right. Good ball there by Price. Intercepted, however, by Layden. Price, lots of energy there in the midfield. Passes it back to Jolly as we now have just around 50 seconds here to play. Usually the clock stops around 2 minutes, but not today. Looks like most likely an IAC play. It's not going to stop. However, in their out-of-conference matchups, as Ratner makes another error, but he's going to get away with it as Rengert comes to claim. Now just 30 seconds here. Bulldogs just going to look to get out of this one. Mallory, great touch there. There's plenty of options. He'll keep it to himself as he loses possession there. Great there by Price, who moves into the midfield. Played up towards Jolly. Cleared away by Kane. Now just around 4 seconds to play. As that will be the time, and it looks like the referee will blow his whistle anytime soon. And there it is, halftime here at Klein Alumni Stadium. The halftime score, your Bullis Bulldogs nothing, St. Albans Bulldogs 3. We'll be back after the break.
Yeah, sorry, we don't control that. We're just like the commentators. I would ask like maybe the athletic. We don't control the speakers. Yeah. You need the noise? Check your microphones. Our microphones go to YouTube, not to the stadium. That's a huddle camera. That's not us. We have control for the PA, but that's off right now. That one? No, their speaker. No, that's not the Bulldog speaker, but it's not there anymore. Yeah, but it's their power. So they put it down there. Yeah, it looks like this. Looks like it would be like either the huddle camera or the PA, but the PA's off, so we're not sure what's going on. We don't control that, so I wouldn't know what to tell you there, but we apologize. I'm not sure. Yeah, no worries. Ever again.
No, guess what? The biggest news in America. Joseph Eden, first JV goal. I mean, that's right now.
He did not. This is my last thing in chat.
You gonna paint a picture? Let me see it. It's such a picture. That's good.
This was April 2022.
Just the way I don't think I've been 35 years, probably 40 years. But there's nothing else to do. So, I'm easily got it.
Bro,
Is that the new field hockey?
Sorry?
The field hockey field, is that new?
No, that's been here for a while.
I just never noticed it.
That was in like 8th grade-ish, so that's when I came to Bullis. It's been here, so actually, it's been there for a while. I used to go do half the cross tracks here, so I don't know.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. What a comeback. Alright, guys, turn it back on. Let me get you.
You're so bad.
Let me barely stay off.
I've been eating the whole time. What?
I'm figuring it out.
It's disgusting.
You're still eating them. You're still eating them.
Wow.
Alright.
Everyone's good.
Welcome back here to Bulldog Athletics. Here on this gloomy afternoon, not only for the weather, but, for the Bulldogs' chances in this game. Now down 3-0 coming out of this halftime break. Sam, why don't you recap, the first half of play for, all these new viewers as, the Bulldogs have not looked great today, Sam.
Absolutely right, Adam. Bullis' offense has just nothing going for them, and their defense has been held, accountable for 3 of these goals here. First one was a missed, corner kick. The Bulldogs were not able to, mark properly there, as they do play a zone defense on corners. It just didn't work. Robbie Renkert has just 2, hard slip-ups with this, just drizzling, very soft, light rain, but it does, affect his gloves and the way the ball, hits that rubber. And now, finally just, Adam, emotion. I just don't see a lot of emotion from the Bulldog players. You don't see a lot of, let's go win this thing. And Adam, you had something to say about last week's game, which was
Yeah, last week, the Bullis Bulldogs came out storming onto this field 3-0 at half. Exactly the score, however, the opposite. They were up 3-0. They then went on to concede 3 goals and tie the game. If the Bulldogs can give that up, they can certainly do the same. And here we go. It looks like finally Cameron Mallory will be moved up to striker. We would not be shocked to see him score here. Again, starting off on the bench, back at right back at the beginning of the first half, but it looks like they finally moved him to his natural position, the position he does play for his club team up here at striker.
and Price it.
Yeah, it looks like Price is out at the right wing. Simpson up at left wing. Haynes back to his natural position in the midfield. This looks like the Bulldogs lineup that they would come out with on a normal day, except Simpson at left wing. However, that looks starting to become a regular thing here, and he's looked good out there. Byrne fighting in the midfield for the ball. Mallory with some good pressing here.
And here's this Bulls offense coming alive here. Let's see if they can do anything with it in these next 40 minutes.
Yep, just 30 seconds in, the Bulldogs already probably have their best chance of the game so far if they can get this one in the box. Bulldogs, I think they've only got the ball in towards the box one time in the early game, and really the last 35 minutes or so. Didn't get it in the one. And it looks like it's in the box here for the Bulldogs. Floating up, cleared away by Albans. Still in danger, however. Albans now looking to counterattack, and it just gets away there from Tom Brady. Not able to receive the ball.
Also wearing number 12, TB12 on the field.
That is true, Sam. Back towards Jolly here. Jolly again, plenty of options. Kane tangled up here with Brady. Play towards the middle. Here to Nelson. Nelson back towards his defense and cleared up towards the striker. Well done by Ratner there. Jolly in possession, cleared away. As that ball's headed out of play, and it will be Zach Hammerschmidt to take the throw.
Adam, something you mentioned earlier, lately, Simpson is in that left wing position. Switching with Anthony Kane, we see Simpson up a lot. He likes to run after balls and play aggressive. I think Coach and I wanted to make this switch to see how it plays out. And you are down 3-0. Let's try anything to get this offense rolling.
And the Bulldogs are going to need that aggressiveness at left wing if they're going to get back into this one. There's a great defensive play there by Hammerschmidt. It looks like it will be a foul on St. Albans and a Bulldog free kick. Wouldn't be shocked to see Rengert take this as he is walking out. Looks like Ratner will just play a short one back to Rengert, who's got options to his left, opts to play it to Jolly. Kane to his left. He's going to keep playing it all the way up to Simpson. Here's Mallory, the striker. Cam Mallory looking for Simpson, not able to get it there. Well done there by Byrne to dispossess St. Albans. Looks like Bulldogs actually coming out with more energy than Albans have so far. Good to see if the Bulldogs are going to get back in this one. Now just around 3 minutes to play, you could argue the Bulldogs have been the better side. Jolly, great move right there. Out towards Ratner. Jolly rocking the long sleeves look here today. It is cold out. You can't blame him. Played way up top. Just nobody home. Loss of possession here for the Bulldogs.
Not a great play there from Ratner, but I liked it a lot. The right play, he had a lot of space in front of him, and he decided to take it and try to boot it up there. Just unfortunately missed.
Yeah, an unforced error there from the Bulldogs. Good pressing here from Haynes, the midfielder. He has been up at striker with the absence of Mallory, but back in the midfield. Now it's out towards Romlet. Looking to get it to TB12 here. Not able to get it there. Kane throws it in towards Haynes. Again, rocking that bandana look we see so often from him. Love to see him get involved in a goal, maybe an assist, maybe even a goal for himself. But, he's looked lively in the midfield so far. Price, beautifully done there. Sprinting at full speed. Able to get a great dispossession there, but looks like they take it right back, and it will be a foul. Looks like Price was fouled in a very, very dangerous position if they can get this one in the box. And it looks like it'll be Ratner to take it. Ratner has been taking their long free kicks. Plenty of options in the box with Mallory, Simpson on the far post, Byrne. You have Haynes in there, and you have Price short towards the right. Opts the plate towards the middle. Looks like this one's heading towards the head of Mallory. Not able to get his head on it. Could have been a handball. Referee did not see anything. Jolly, beautiful header. Byrne flicks down to Mallory. Mallory, great run in. Cleared away. Again, this Bulldog offense with already more chances than they've had in the first half in just 5 minutes here. Simpson looking for Mallory. Not able to get it there. Here's Byrne. Beautiful slide tackle there. Wet turf not going to hurt as much as normal. Looks like they're going to stick with Eastred in goal here. Great play there by Tyra to read it. Mallory looking to get on the end of Tyra's ball, but again, Albans still in possession.
And Evan Price now out of position, giving Albans a chance to attack here.
Yeah, it looks like Price is actually playing right wing here for the Bulldogs. Back in attack.
And we talked about it in the first half. No offensive, spirit from the Bulldogs almost at all. And now multiple chances, multiple, attempts here. It's looking like a much better and, clean, Bulldog offense.
Yeah, and
if the Bullis Bulldog offense.
Yeah, and if the Bullis Bulldogs did come out like this, we could see a much closer game. But the beginning of, the slump that they had in the beginning of the game could really end up costing them. But again, 34 minutes to play. That's plenty of time here for the offensive threats of James Byrne, Cam Mallory, Evan Price, Will Simpson. Plenty of time here, but they're going to have to get one soon. Get a little bit of momentum. They get a lucky bounce there. And referee will play it all the way back. And I'm shocked he didn't call advantage there. It was a handball, but it fell right towards the Bulldogs, who had an option to counterattack. Referee opts to not give the Bulldogs advantage. Brings it all the way back. But the Bulldogs do cross back in towards Albans territory. Great dummy there by Price. Oh, wow. Price passed one, passed another. Beautiful ball there from Byrne. Price all the way. What a strike. Just wide. Almost able to put that one in the back of the net and get the Bulldogs back in this one. Not able to quite sneak it in that corner, but enthusiastic signs here from the Bulldogs.
And Price told us he would score, and that was what a beautiful play.
He was
there.
so close.
Oh, so close. And nonetheless, a beautiful, decoy play there from Price. A great pass, I believe that was from, Haynes.
Yeah, that was Byrne.
Burns. And, again, life here in the Bulldog offense. 32 minutes to play. Let's see what can go on, what can happen.
And you have to believe there's just a little crack left in that door of the Bulldogs' hopes of getting back in this game. It's not quite shut, but you have to think one more goal, and that door slams shut here on the Bulldogs' opportunities. But again, still in it. Only 3 goals down. Not looking great for them, but not quite over. Hammerschmidt going to have to get back to that one, not able to. Great ball there. looking to get it to his striker, Clark. Excuse me, it's Patrick Brady on the ball. Cleared away by Hammerschmidt. Crossed in towards the center, cleared out from Jolly. Right onto James Byrne with a little bit of a high kick right there. Great clearance there by Kane, the substitute. Anslow still hasn't seen the field since he started the first 25 or so minutes. Here's Clark. Over to Rommel. Excuse me, that was Nelson on the ball. Here's Tom Brady. Over towards Nelson. Nelson looking to get it wide. Just a bit too much on it. Looking for Shell there. Bulldogs going to get back in possession here. And, you know, Sam, when you look towards the sideline of the Bulldogs, we have to give a shout-out to a few people. You know, lots of people, you know, taking photos for this Bulldogs team. But one notable one that we've seen since the preseason, Mr. and Mrs. Rengert, you know, the goalkeeper, Ravi Rengert's parents, have been here since the preseason taking photos for this team. You do have to give them a huge shout-out, standing out here in the rain, you know, taking pictures for this Bulldog team. Definitely grateful.
You love to see the fan support from the Bulldogs team. As now
There's a
Robbie
mistake there,
calls for
Rengert.
the ball, and a great grab from him. Great way to command this team as he plays it forward to Mallory.
Mallory looking to get on the end of this one. Not quite able to. It looks like Coach Ned yelling at, you know, Cam that he's got to win that one. That was a 50-50 ball, and looks like he just didn't want it. And there's a foul right there. Is it Byrne? Is he going to be booked here? He's booked. A very soft yellow card right there, but it will be a yellow card for Byrne. I think that's his second or third on the season now. He's got to be careful when going in for those tackles. And it looks like he's now going to be subbed off. The rule in the IAC that if you are, you know, yellow carded, you're subbed off, but it looks like he's going to come right back on here. Shocking booking there by the referee. Didn't think it was worthy of one.
I mean, either Adam, it looked like just a good slide tackle from Byrne as the...
And, you know, even if it wasn't, you know, not yellow card worthy in my opinion.
And not to mention the, you know, St. Albans defender, you know, laid on the floor for, I think, a solid 1 second and jumped right back up. He was fine. And the ref had not made a decision previous to that, so I'm surprised he went through with his decision for the card there.
But Byrne's going to have to be careful. One more yellow, and he's off. And possibly suspended. I'm not sure the exact rule, but a red card usually suspends you for 3 games. So.
And Adam, from Tom Brady, that we have our first slip-up noticeable of the game. You know, he looked like he just, because of the wet turf, could not gain great traction there.
Yeah.
Giving the Bulldogs the ball.
And in the last 30 minutes, expect to see a few more slips going forward. Jolly looking for the darting run of Hammerschmidt here. Not able to get there. And Sam, you know, with Byrne now being on a yellow card, could you possibly see him being subbed off? Because, you know, with the Bulldogs down 3-0 and their chances looking very bleak, I mean, do you want to risk him getting that second yellow and, you know, being sent off, and just like that you lose him for future games? Or should you keep him in there?
Well, first off, I mean, James Byrne has to control himself here. I'm sure he notes to, you know, in his head, you know, I cannot do anything risky, can't do anything that might be card worthy. You know, he had that little scuffle with the referee when he got hit earlier, causing him to get sent off and, you know, help out with his bloody nose. And now with that yellow, as this game progresses on and as that door closes, I can absolutely expect to see, you know, a sub on for him, see some of this offensive play from any of the bench players on the Bulls team.
Yeah, and you know, a few players we haven't seen since the preseason. You have Max Murgiondo up there at striker. You have Jack Wilson in the midfield. You know, lots of options on the bench that, you know, haven't been able to see the light of day. Here's Simpson driving up the left wing. And here's Mallory, and it looks like Simpson is going to be called for that one, and that is just unfortunate. He's going for the ball. he barely touches him, and, the St. Albans player goes flying. Either Will Simpson is one physical player, or that was a good old flop, because Mallory was in right there. Unfortunate there from the Bulldogs. Sam, did you think that was a foul, or do you think that was, a flop?
Well, here's Simpson with another chance here, and they were not able to capitalize as this ball goes flying into the stands. But, Adam, we're not counting penalties up here, but it looks like it's been very lopsided on the St. Albans Bulldogs side.
Jolly. Up to Mallory. Plays it back to Jolly. That's a little bit of a misplaced pass. Jolly does not do what he needed to do there. And here, Albanson once again looking for the bottom right. Rangert beaten at his near post. You don't like to see that as a goalkeeper, You want to cut off that near post angle. But again, the Bulldogs with another error. And it's going to be 4-0. And you have to think that door has officially closed shut. And this game is all but over on this rainy afternoon at Klein Alumni Stadium.
Yeah, with that goal being scored there, it looks like it's just got darker in the sky, darker for Bullis' chances, and the rain's starting to come down a little more noticeably up here in the booth. Robbie Rangert with the right reaction there. His whole right side was open, the whole right side of the goal, but the defender just put a nice, hit on the ball right where he was least expecting, and it's gonna be 4-0 now with 25 minutes left to play. Do you think, Adam, they bring on their subs now? I would fully expect it, especially with James Byrne and that yellow.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see Byrne subbed off, but I don't think they're going to bring all of their bench players on here, as it looks like we see Kane jogging off. I'm not sure for who.
That was for McFeely.
McFeely, yes, back on now in the midfield. Sam, when we go and take a look back at that goal, Rangert conceding now the fourth of the game, only the first of the half, but, when you're at that angle and you're a goalkeeper, it looks like Tyron now slid to left back. When you're at that angle as a goalkeeper, you want to make sure you're not beaten at your far post because there's so much room. But in doing that, you have to make sure you have that near post covered. And it was such a beautiful strike there by the Albans attacker that Rangert just not able to get back. And Sam, it looks like the rain's starting to come down a little bit harder. And, the Bulldog players, want to get this one over with and forget it.
And that's a great point, Adam, on the analysis of, Robbie Rangert's goalkeeper plays. That's what I was trying to get at, but you did a great job explaining it better than me. And, we can't talk about Robbie letting up that goal without talking about how,
the defensive errors.
Just let the defender one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and at that point, it's just heavily not in Rangert's favor.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. We're talking about how Rangert could have saved that. But, when you're one-on-one, you're supposed to score as an attacker. Those are the chances. So as a goalkeeper, you really just have to hope that you're able to. And that's a great bit of skill there by Haynes, but leads to nothing as he's disappointed after that nice little La Croqueta there, able to get in between two defenders. But again, Rangert standing back there in the rain, now conceded 4. Just unfortunate here. And here is the senior center back driving towards the midfield. It's now Patrick Brady on the ball. Plays it out towards the ring. Well done there by Hammerschmidt, who's still fighting. The senior out there in his last season. Think about it this way. This is his last ever regular season game against his ISC rival, St. Albans. Maybe plays him in the playoffs, but, every single regular season match is going to be their last matchup against each ISC opponent in the regular season. So the seniors are going to want to make each one count. And, whether might not be the top teams like Landon or St. Albans, they're going to have to come away with the results against teams like St. Stephen, St. Agnes, Episcopal. So, while it wasn't a favorable result here, you can look forward and hope that the Bulldogs are able to get some good results on the, historically less skilled teams. So Rangert with a good claim right there.
And to talk about, that seniority from, Hammerschmidt, as a senior on the Bulldogs for Bullis, and as some of the seniors on the Bulldogs for St. Albans, friendships grow even across schools. I'm sure, many of them know each other, but, that competitive edge that comes when you play, sports against your IC rival, it really is like no other when you're playing just regular games for the soccer season. And so, this again, Evan Price, his last game against St. Albans, as the rain is now even coming down heavier.
And now Price drives towards the fullback. Beautiful touch there. But it looks like it falls right to the senior center back, Jack Sable. Sable looked solid today. And, after watching this performance, I could really see St. Albans being maybe the IEC favorite this year, as they did finish first in the regular season, but falling in the championship in the playoffs. But, they've got to be the favorites this year.
And here comes the St. Albans subs. I mean,
I'm shocked the Bulldogs are keeping these starters out here in this heavy rain. I mean, if there were any time for the bench players to get anything, you'd have to think it'll be in the next 5 or so minutes. Simpson just boots that one up, and there's nobody home there. So here's East right. Most likely going to pick this one up when Mallory gets near him. Nope, opts to pass it. Again, Bulldogs high pressing, but with not as much energy as we saw early in the first half. And you have to think the Bulldogs, not happy that they weren't able to convert that goal chance. Price almost able to slot that one in the top right corner. If he is able to put that one in, the whole energy of this game changes. There's a great ball there from Mallory. Price looking there for Byrne. Byrne with a good touch. Byrne! Again, Jack Sable in there.
and to talk about this game being 4-0, it could easily be a lot less of a score here. We've just seen some mistakes from this Bullis Bulldogs team, and close to none from the Albans, team. It's been
they've been mistake-free
very
today.
clinical on their part, absolutely.
Hammerschmidt going to go for the long throw in here. Looks like Rengert's going to come way up. But again, not much hope left now, down 4. And that one looks like it hit a hand again.
Yeah, Noah Ratner thinks so.
The referee not seeing it. Charlie, another mistake here. And this could lead to another goal. Rengert's got to retreat. It's going to be a one-on-one chance. Is Rengert up to stop it? Rengert makes the play. A bright sign in today's, gloom day. Ravi Rengert able to, execute on the one-on-one. Beautifully done there. Great job there from Ravi Rengert. Saving this from, being 5 and getting way out of control at that point. And hits another hand. There'll be a throw in here for the Bulldogs. In towards Byrne. Byrne, good touch there. With a slippery ball, it's very hard to keep it close to you on the first touch. It looks like this time, not sure if this is Price or Byrne on the throw-in.
If it's Price.
Puts that one in towards the box. Mallory flicks it on, cleared away as far as the referee. Feely takes the shot, but after the ref blows his whistle, and it will be a drop ball after it did hit the referee. There's the drop ball. Keeper picks it up. It's East right. Played out towards Layden. Now under 20 minutes to play. Bulldog players standing up on the bench, but no action from them. I mean, and if we get no subs here, I see it tough for them to get any time in the season, barring an injury.
I mean, a chance here they're standing up because of the cold weather.
100%. They're not, warming up, doing anything.
I think they are. They're, kind of together like some penguins, just looking for warmth. If you look at it,
they are huddled up together.
And you know what? Think smarter, not harder. I guess they all stood up. It's rainy. It's gloomy for them. 4-0, not the outcome you want. So here are
as Rengert makes a strong clearance there. But again, they are all huddled up there for warmth, and you can't blame them. It's cold out. Fortunate here to be up in the broadcast booth. Tyrer from the left wing plays a great ball to Simpson's feet. Able to keep it in, it looks like. No, it did fall out of play, and it will be a St. Albans throw. And, the Bulldogs players, hands on the hips, looking down. And, again, Burns still leading this team, yelling out commands, but just not much here. Not many positive signs. Besides, you could argue, Regert made a few good saves, but, again, a few errors as well. Not too many positive signs. As there's another miscue. Price is not happy there, looking to get up to Mallory. And the Bulldogs are going to have to find a way to, watch this film and, do better for their next game.
the senior Hammerschmidt telling his team to step up, maybe go for a more offensive side push as Tyrer chases this down on the side. Rengert tells him to let it go, and he does. Not the brightest day for the Bulldogs here, as there are still no subs looking to be made, as no subs looking to be made on the Bullis Bulldog sides, but the St. Albans Bulldogs just did make 2 more new fresh subs. the Bulldog team still communicating. I mean, you'll have to see that.
As St. Albans still in possession. Layden plays it back to his safety valve, east right. And, you know, Sam, again, not the greatest performance here from the boys, but, you know, they do have some positive signs to look forward. Their next game is against St. Stephen's, St. Agnes. And, you know, I mean, well, they are a competitive team. The Bulldogs have historically had their number. Even though it is going to be away all the way out in Alexandria, they're going to have a good chance to bounce back and get the 3 points that they do desperately need at the moment. But they're going to have to bounce back right away and go to Landon the next week. And, you know, the Bulldogs here, you know, they're going to have to find something positive.
You know, you shouted out, you know, Bullis keeper Ravi Rengert's father, Chris Renger, down there taking photos. We also have our own, you know, Bullis Jr., Sarah Kendall. They're taking photos with the, you know, umbrella over his head. I mean,
Lots of support
takes
from
true commitment to be out here right now. And
yes,
you
it
love to see
does.
it from this
And that's hit towards the net way wide. Renger has the ball right behind the net. And now, Sam, just around 16 minutes to play. 4-0. If you're the Bulldogs, what do you do here? You're down 4 goals. This game is over. But how can you do something? And it looks like now the bench is getting warmed up, Sam. We might be seeing our first action for a lot of players this season. Few still sat on the bench, but
it does look like that exactly, Adam. I was going to say, you know, probably get your bench players in. Doesn't look like this team does that a lot, but, you know, here they are.
yeah, I mean, if there is any time, it's today.
A bunch of new players.
Yeah, it looks
you
like
know, get ready to go
Murgiondo
in.
out there warming up. Looks like Monteo Bess is warming
Mateo
up.
Bess.
You've got Jack Wilson warming up, and there it is! Looks like he's not offside, and Renger yells at his team who is marking him, because that's a crucial error there. Again, slides right past Renger, and it is now 5-0, Sam.
And Adam, I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure if you or me saw how that goal happened, but we can assume, you know, just
Yeah,
no
when we
markings.
heard Rengert saying who
Yeah.
was marking him, just unfortunate, as we were looking over towards the bench to see who was getting in the game. And now you have to think they're going to be in a lot sooner. 15 minutes to play, down 5-0. At home, you know, not what
the
you want to
best
see.
feat. Yeah, if you're Bullis here, not what you want. Not the outcome you were expecting.
Looks like Jolly's moved up to attack. And they have switched to their 3-back look that they do switch to when they're trying to get back into a game. But at this point, it looks like they're just going to try something new.
And
They've switched to a 3-back with 2 strikers, Simpson and Price up top. Mallory, Ratner back. And it looks like Jolly is going to play up top with Price and Simpson. Haynes and McFeely in the midfield. And way wide, it looks like it's Tyra. But very soon, and it looks like the Bulldogs players on the bench have sat back down. I'd be shocked to see them get no playing time here. They, you know, deserve a chance here down 5-0.
I mean,
And just dominance here from St. Albans. Bulldogs just getting past every time. Another beautiful run here by St. Albans. As that one's cleared out towards Max Nelson.
Adam, in all sports almost, when you're getting beat down this bad, you always just put your bench in, try to get those players some experience. You know, it's moments like these that, you know, although it's not a real game for your bench players, it means a lot to them. And we see them sit back down, and I'm, you know, disappointed. I don't think it's the best.
And here's Simpson driving down the left wing, and again, wow. A beautiful tackle there by the senior once again, Jack Sable. Honestly, the first thing that he's had to do all, you know, game. But the Bulldogs an opportunity to scrape one back here with 13 minutes to play. The Bulldogs looks like it's their, is it their second corner of the game here?
It will be their second, yes.
And it will be Burn.
Actually, it will be Bullis' first corner.
Bullis' first
of the
corner.
game.
I mean, that shows what's gone on today. Byrne has Mallory short, but he's most likely going to go in the box. Wouldn't be shocked to see Hammerschmidt get on the end of this one. Byrne does play it in. Towards the back post to Ratner, who just cannot get his head on that one. And it goes out for another goal kick. And the Bulldogs still not subbing anybody on, Sam. But, you know, looks like the other Bulldogs will. As we do have a substitution here for St. Albans. And here's Easterite. And again, we still have 12 minutes to play here, folks, and you have to think the Bulldogs need to be set on not letting up another goal. If it becomes 6, it's just that much worse here. It's all about damage control at this point. Still, Bulldogs players being warmed up. It looks like it's actually going to be Romero warming up. We wouldn't be shocked to see him in. But all the other players who haven't played this season, not even warming up. And it looks like Romero is going to be coming in anytime soon. Yeah, it looks like he's talking to Coach Ned here. And now the Bulldogs have an opportunity to get one back. And, you know, you have to feel for these Bulldogs bench players here. Ratner raises that one in towards the box. Cleared away by the Bulldogs. And I'd be shocked to see them counterattack. At this point, you'd have to think they're just going to hold the ball in their own territory. But still playing aggressive here. Tyra doing great there on defense. Byrne looking to get it up. Does very well there. Price in possession. Not able to scoot by the right back there. Sable plays it to Layden. Sable and Layden, the senior center back partnership, have looked rock solid. Layden, beautiful ball there. All the way towards Ryan Lee. Just not able to get it there. But again, great idea there. And Simpson having trouble getting past Sable. Simpson telling the referee there's been a bit of contact there, but nothing called.
And Adam, how do you feel about Simpson, filling that left back position?
Yeah, Simpson, he's at left wing today. And, he's looked good in at times. He's been pressuring very high. And, you do love to see that, as a normal defender, he is able to press high. I did used to play a little bit of soccer for the Bulldogs myself. And he did play defense on JV back, 2 years ago. So I'm pretty sure that is his normal position. Again, I'm just shocked that they have him at attack. But again, he has not looked, terrible. It doesn't look like he's crazy out of position. And, he's being very aggressive, showing that energy, just not able to slot one in the back of the net yet.
Well, Simpson, one of the bigger players on this team, I wouldn't be surprised. That's why he, has been, sent to a left back, right back position when playing in JV or,
Yeah, no, he played center back.
Center back as well. Yeah. But I think, he's a great talent on this team, a senior, fast, has a great knowledge of the game. And so I think that's the reasons why Coach Ned does put him at left wing.
And there looks like Albans caught offside here. Now under 10 minutes to play here. And again, as I stated earlier, it's all about damage control. And there is Romero off the bench, but nobody else. Sam, from the games we've broadcasted, I think we've seen about 13 players with normally 11 on the field. We have only seen 13. There was only a 2-person rotation on this bench. And you have to ask some questions. Why are there not any other players getting a chance? Down 5-0 with under 10 minutes to go. And there's a mistake there by Mallory. It's Layden. Mallory able to clear it away. Well done there. A strong clearance. But again, a 13-man rotation is not normal. Usually you see, 5 or 6 off the bench to make it, a 16, 17-man rotation.
And even more Albans players warming up. I mean, I don't know how many players from the starting lineup they still have in, but it
looks like a solid amount. Yeah, I mean, Mallory didn't start and Romero didn't start, and every single other person on the field right now has.
Sorry, Adam, for the Albans.
Oh, for St. Albans, yeah. Yeah, no, that's a great, observation. Looks like they've kept on most of their starting lineup up 5-0. But again, we have seen 3, 4, maybe even 5 players come off the bench. And if you look at the size, 2 more
ready to come in, yeah.
If you look at the size of the benches, you have to think Albans being bigger, smaller. Bulldogs having the more. You'd figure that Bullis would make more substitutions, but I mean,
not the case we've seen the last
only making 2
games.
And at that point, you would think, why not give them a chance to play some JV game time? I mean, personally, I'd rather get some game time on JV than, be sitting on the bench for varsity. But you do have to think, maybe later in the season, some of them will get their chance to prove themselves. Mallory, plenty of time there. Makes a great turn on Layden. And there, right there, you can see Cameron Mallory's speed as he now has crossed 2. Mallory looking like he wants to take it himself. Can't get past another. But again, you see those little squirts of moments from Mallory that show his true skill. For his club team, he, bags goals for his team. But
And
for Bullis, he just hasn't been able to have that same success.
Adam, great point there. It really looked like he was taking it all the way. He did have Simpson open to his left, but I mean, I would be surprised here if anyone was, trying to create a good pass here down 5.
There's a great move there by Sable. Sable looking like a tank back there. Played great today. And a little bit of dispossession, another NFL quarterback name. That's Josh Allen there at right back here. And, they've got a whole roster of NFL quarterbacks here. Tom Brady, Josh Allen. But, looked solid, both of them so far. Looks like you have Simpson here to take the throw. Looking for Byrne here. He does throw it to Byrne. Byrne on Sable. A little bit of a size mismatch right there. That's cleared away to Layden. That's a great touch there by Ryan Lee. Here is Lee. Out wide here to Shell. McFeely clears away. Now, Sam, just 6 minutes to play. Bulldogs still with nothing on the scoreboard. A big goose egg. Not ideal here.
Not ideal at all.
And here's St. Albans once again driving at this defense. Hammerschmidt doing a great job to clear that one away. Sable in possession, passes it back to Josh Allen. Here's Allen. Over towards his right winger. Looks like this one's Lee. And Sam, now really looking at it, I'm pretty sure there's 6, 7 players on St. Albans that didn't start the game on. And that's a testament to, their coach letting their players having opportunities. 7, I'm pretty sure, players right now on the field did not start for St. Albans. Pretty sure Sable, Sable and Eastright, the only ones I can spot right now that, started.
Also a testament to, the depth of the bench.
100%.
They've been on offense this entire time.
Yes, there's a great ball there from Vernon to Price. Price looking for a Mero and a miscommunication there. And, that's really been a sign of what's happened this whole game. Bulldogs looking to just sneak one in there. As Burns being grabbed. Nothing called here. Here's McFeely. You got to think the Bulldogs just want to get a shot away with these slippery gloves of the goalkeepers. But another miscommunication as that one's going to barely go out for a throw-in. Not quite far enough left for a goal kick. As that ball's thrown in. Good header there by Byrne. Looking for Price. Price flicks it on. Eastright comes and claims. And Eastright, at the moment, keeping his clean sheet. As that ball's booted away into the midfield. McFeely able to deflect that one away. Here's Price again. Looking to score that goal he said he would earlier. Price towards the middle, looking for Simpson, not able to get it there. And who else? It's Jack Sable clearing that away. McFeely, great ball right there. Towards Jolly, not able to get it there. Jolly playing, looks like he's playing, left mid at the moment.
And Adam, you said it the entire day. This, defensive line from Sable here has just been amazing. I mean,
impenetrable.
No better word for it. There has not been a lot of attempts. I think the keeper for St. Albans has picked the ball up twice.
He's had to make 0.
And when he picked it up, it was because I think his own player passed it back to him.
From the best of my knowledge here, the Bulldogs have 0 shots on target today. Just, an offensive howler here. As this ball's over towards Lee, Mallory comes sliding in to make the tackle. But yeah, again, the Bulldogs still no substitutions. Looks like they're going to end this game only making 2 substitutions here.
And is that Sable coming off, Adam, or?
It looks like he's still on the field here.
Shell.
Yeah, it looks like it's Shell, the left back, who will be subbed off.
I think that's it. That's their only starter left.
Yeah, looks like Sable and Eastright. Yeah, no, the center back partnership's still on, I'm pretty sure. Sable and Layden, possibly. Sable and Connor Layden. Yeah, it looks like those 2 started along with Eastright. But besides that defensive 3, everybody else substitutes here. And now, with around 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play, Lee crosses it in towards the middle. Headed over. And you have to think of Fearenger here. I mean, he is not going to let in another goal. He is determined to make sure this stays at 5 here. Now it's Ratner. Back to Rengert. Rengert way over to Mallory. And Sam, this substitution, situation, we had to expect it. We had been told, that Coach Ned normally, before the year had planned to not make any substitutions, and rather than make substitutions to switch to... And there's Burns striking it right over the bar as he, looks down in frustration as he almost gets that first goal there from the Bulldogs. But as I was saying, the Bulldogs, instead of making substitutes, they're switching their players' positions to rest them. A shocking decision there. But...
and, on that shot from Byrne, it looked like the keeper was out of place there. I think anything subpar would have gone in, and that's why you see James Byrne just displeased.
Yeah, that's a raw strike, but it looks like he did catch the keeper out of position there. Now under 2 minutes to play. Would not be shocked if the referee blows his whistle in the upcoming few seconds. And it looks like the rain now has finally slowed down. Maybe still a little bit of a mist here at Klein Alumni Stadium. And as we look forward, again, the Bullis Bulldogs will be at St. Stephen St. Agnes on Friday. Next Tuesday, they go to Landon. Then they go away to Episcopal, away to Prep, and away to Albans before they come back home on October 17th. This is going to be the last time they're here at Klein Alumni Stadium for another 20 days, Sam. So, they're going to have to get used to that travel because they have 5 straight away games. Unheard of, honestly.
Yeah, last home
game until October 17th when they host St. Stephen St. Agnes. But, when it comes to St. Stephen St. Agnes, they do not have another away game. So they're going to have to really survive this away stretch because they're not going to have the support of the home fans being all the way away for their next 5 matches. And that's every single IAC opponent straight away. That's a tough run of form, and the Bulldogs are going to have to tighten up in practice to be able to do it. And there we go, Sam, as the Bulldogs bend down in disappointment. The story of the day, gloomy rain, and again, the final score here from Klein Alumni Stadium, the Bullis Bulldogs 0, the St. Albans Bulldogs 5. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure...
I know. Well, that's what for years I have a lot of trust. Well, I don't do that anymore.
That's all. Like,
Second goal this way. It was.
Honestly, you could make a case in that. You could make a case in that. So, it's not old.
No, what I'm saying, it has to be there's no way they bought it.
No, it's not terribly old.
Yeah, but they didn't buy it.
Still,